The playoffs are officially here, and last week, which we said was week 17, we had pretty much clinched our playoff berth, so there was no real reason to actually play that, but we did get blown out by the New York Giants, so we're just going to chalk that up to sitting a lot of our starters, not letting them really play because we didn't want to deal with injuries, which we dealt with a lot. Now, our offensive coordinator reached out and said, hey coach, I pulled together some data for our game against Carolina. Anything specific you want to know about them? I'm going to say, what are their strengths? Because obviously we're in the future. I need to know. Their rush defense might be the best in the NFL. There were very few teams who were able to move the ball on the ground against those guys. Okay, that's honestly good to know. What should we exploit out there? They got an extremely well-rounded roster. No single position we're able to take advantage of. Injury list, they've got Eric Ebron's going to miss the game, but other than that, nothing. With that being said, our team is really healthy, which makes me really hyped. And if you have not yet, don't forget to subscribe. If we hit 250,000 subs by June 11th of this year, I'm giving one lucky sub $500. Cash App, Venmo, we'll figure that out for you guys at that point. But Stephon Crockett, gotta go ahead and upgrade this guy. He's now an 84 overall, +1 in tackle, +2 in zone coverage. This dude is a superstar in the making. I'm hyped to see him play in the playoffs yet again. And then because kickers are people too, we got Robert Hayes out here. We got power. Got accuracy. Honestly, I believe in him. He can be accurate. He's an 81 overall now. He's going to go ahead and get +2 to awareness, +1 to kick accuracy. But I hit power. That's odd. To run through the stats for our team so far this year, or what our team ultimately did this year, Nevin Wynn, ups and downs, left and right. This dude was the struggle bus a lot of the season, but he still threw for 3,100 yards and 25 passing touchdowns, only 5 interceptions. His completion percentage was 64%, so somehow he got the job done. Not overly efficient, but he's not that bad either. On the ground, Dwayne Kilgore led us with 972 yards and 9 touchdowns, but fun fact, he has never run for 1,000 yards in his career so far. Maybe next year that'll change, but Nevin Wynn, 500 on the ground with 1 touchdown. Tyree Daniels, the rookie, 303 touchdowns. Bryce Love, injured 99% of the season. 112 rushing yards with 4 touchdowns. Mario Lindley scored on an 8-yard run, and other than that, nobody else saw pay dirt on the ground. And then speaking of Mario Lindley, 59 grabs, 756 yards, and 7 touchdowns. One thing I will point out is that our top 3 guys were pretty close in terms of receptions overall, but we've got to do something different. I don't know what the heck is going on. Mario Lindley, again, opted not to sign with us. We'll probably franchise tag him, and unless he blows up in the playoffs, we're probably going to be trading him, but this just can't be the #1 receiver's numbers. It just can't. Outside of Lindley, though, McCole Hardman, 535 yards, 4 touchdowns. Bryant was a stud all season long. Deron Sampson didn't get the ball a ton this year. I mean, he played 371 downs. And the next guy, look at Mario Lindley, played 869 downs. Sampson's numbers aren't that much worse than our guy Mario Lindley. So I think Lindley has to be the guy we get traded. Deron Sampson gets more playing time. Maybe we find another receiver to bring in, but for now, I don't think Lindley's going to be that dude. Aaron McLaurin, another guy that should be playing a lot more, 25 for 394 and 4 touchdowns. Kilgore and Norton both scored. Tyree Daniels had 2 receiving touchdowns, and then our guy Jake Newell, who barely played this year, also had a receiving touchdown. And in the offseason, I kind of want to look at offensive line as well. Colton Miller, 14 sacks given up. That is double the next closest person on our team. Chase Rie with 7. I don't really hate that. If you're in single digits, I'm not really going to be too mad at you considering how poor our quarterback play was this year, but 14 sacks given up. What the heck is wrong with you? On defense, our tackle leader was the rookie, Sean Davis. He was incredible all year long. 84 tackles, 11 of those for a loss, 5 sacks, 3 interceptions, 3 pass deflections, 1 forced fumble recovery, 1 forced fumble, 1 forced fumble recovery. Honestly, kind of tough to say. And the man even had a touchdown. Unbelievable. Outside of him, Deron Payne led us in sacks with 8.5. Leslie Rudd stepped up big this year with 6 of his own. Nick Beasley had 4. Reuben Foster had 3. Alexander, who was injured a lot this year, had 2.5. Shaquille Vincent, not really going to be that dude. I'm not really, tied to him too much. On the interception standpoint, Sean Davis, again, tied for the lead with 3, along with Quan Alexander, Jalen Williams, Stephon Crockett, and Sean Callaway, who I think had 3 in one game. A lot of production in one game, but nothing outside of that, really. Darby had 2, and then we had a lot of guys down here with 1. And then ultimately outside of that, nobody else really did anything too crazy. Forced fumbles, a couple guys had 1 each. Fumble recoveries, a couple guys had 1 each. And then a touchdown, I think we just had 2 guys score. 3 guys scored. Alexander had 2, Sean Davis had 1, and Ronald Darby also had 1. And then when we look at the Panthers and what they actually have on the roster, McCaffrey still out there killing it, but he's 28 years of age, so his lifeline and his timeline for being an elite running back slowly going to be dwindling there, but he's still got 92 speed with 94 acceleration. Kuechly's still playing. Dante Jackson's a stud. Curtis Samuel, who's actually playing quarterback for them. Cam Newton is still kicking at quarterback, 80 overall. At running back again, McCaffrey. Wide receiver, Curtis Samuel. Whereas Harrison, who's a superstar dev trait at 27, but he's not crazy highly rated. D.D. Westbrook, Richard Smolko. I mean, every single one of their guys, except for this last guy, has 91 speed or greater. Our defensive backs are going to get tired real quick. So enough of all the shenanigans. Let's get this team out here. Please, if I can ask anything. Nevin Wynn, please play like a responsible quarterback today. It's all we need. You play well. You might just be okay. So the Panthers are coming out here and they are trying to make some plays. We got Alexander out here. I'll bring the middle. Cam Newton, McCaffrey, both in the backfield. Ooh, nice little play action. Little RPO there. We'll see that. My game plan today, though, really is to get some pressure on Cam Newton. Again, at 80 overall, he's taken a lot of hits in his career. He's not the most healthy guy in the world. And there's a big hit right there. Dropping him for a major loss. Alexander on the sack. That makes things a lot more interesting now. So now we've got a little bit of opportunity to play here. 3rd and 11. Gotta watch the superstar guy in the slot. Couple guys underneath. They go out here. We've got a buddy on him, but can't stop him. We had Jalen Williams trying to cover Curtis Samuel, and normally I'm going to take that. Unfortunately, today that did not work, but what did work is Sean Davis going right through the middle. 2nd down 11. They got a heavy formation. We're actually going to send a little bit more of a blitz now. Probably going to be a run. It is a run. They go up the middle again. They get a little bit of positive yards, but Sean Davis on the tackle again. Right. We're definitely going to protect that 1st down marker here. 3rd and 9. They go for the screen and they can't even execute it. Unbelievable. Funny enough, Cam Newton made all the right plays on that drive, just killing us, and then he makes an incomplete pass on a screen, which is arguably the easiest thing he could do out there. Now, they just barely get that field goal to go in. Fake Troy Polamalu got it through the uprights. Out comes our team, healthy as we can get. Normally when I mention health, someone gets injured, so everyone just stay healthy here. Look at our boy Kilgore. Okay, young fella, I see you with 14 yards. And honestly, Kilgore is that guy. If he stays healthy, if he is having a good game, we are really, really tough to beat. It makes our passing game just that much easier. Nevin Wynn says, don't forget about me, though. One of the most dynamic quarterbacks in the league. You see what we're doing today, can't you? A solid play there. Nevin Wynn again scrambles for a good amount of yards. Right across the middle. We got McLaurin killed. A lot of taunting after that play as well. We heard a lot of "here comes the boom" chant about the defensive players there, so we got to watch out. A little bit of trash talk already going early in the playoffs, but look at this. Our guy DeAndre Bryant down the left-hand side. First completion of the game for Nevin Wynn so far. This pass protection has held up. We need them to hold up, especially Colton Miller. 1st and 10. Little play action. A lot of time. Nevin Wynn gets rid of it. He's going to find McLaurin, who does not get killed. He's inside the 10. Big drive so far. 25 yards there by McLaurin. We definitely needed that. No sign of Mario Lindley in today's game, but Mr. Kilgore goes down to the 1. 2nd down. Goal to go. Nevin Wynn moving into center now. Small adjustment to line. Little halfback toss out here. Kuechly is on the edge. He's going to try to get past him. Doesn't even run into him when he loses 3. Loss of 3 is really, really tough now. 3rd down and goal. Big play coming up here. Slant routes coming out. Wynn barely gets rid of it, but he got rid of it, which is all that matters. And McCole Hardman, first touchdown of the game. Hopefully the first of many. Now, Carolina knows there's a lot of pressure on them. When our offense goes down and drives just like they did, Carolina has to answer back, or else their team looks a whole lot worse. Now, great play action by Cam. We completely bit on that one. We got bodies on him. We're finally going to try to tackle him. Cam keeps it moving. Cam is looking like Cam back when he won the MVP in 2015. The heck? Little note to our defense. Don't dive to Cam Newton's legs. Not going to work. The dude still got it. 1st and 10. Start of the 2nd quarter now. Cam on a little read option. Christian McCaffrey spinning off everybody like his name is Super Mario, and he picks up 5. 2nd and about mid right now. They go right back to McCaffrey, but Sean Davis said, not today, young fella. Honestly, Davis has been one of my favorite draft picks of all time. That guy has time and time again just been an absolute stud out there. McCaffrey stays in the backfield. What a play by Ronald Darby. That was for sure going to be completed. So Carolina, for the second time today, lines up for a field goal. After about a minute on that drive, nothing really looked great for him. No pressure. That one is down the middle. That one is good. And the lead is now cut to 1. Start of a brand new drive, this time from the 23-yard line again, only up 1 point. Little wide receiver reverse action. Never run that play again. In hindsight, it didn't work. At the moment, I thought we had an opportunity. We did not. All right, we got Lindley out here. We're going to put him on a slant route. Brian on a little safety check down underneath. Into the pocket. Feel a little bit of pressure. Gets it to his boy, Brian. Brian's going to pick up a couple, but not a lot. That pass to Brian gets us almost back to where we were to start the drive. 3rd down, 12 yards to go. Mixing in a little play action. He's got his guy, Lindley, and hold on a second. Mario Lindley making plays? Okay. Gotta love the sign of Lindley out there making plays. We didn't really go to him a lot early, but now we're starting to see him get open a little bit and find some gaps in that coverage, and that's always great to see. 2nd and 5, heavy box formation right now. Kilgore's going to find some room here. Kilgore got killed, no pun intended. So far, though, the play calling has been perfect. I have no complaints whatsoever. Back at it again with that little play action. Got his guy. Okay, never win. Stop it. Get some help. He had DeAndre Bryan wide open. That's an easy 1st down and then some, but he could not connect with him, unfortunately. Out of the backfield, we're seeing Kilgore. He's dead. I know he's not literally dead, but he's out of the game now. Bryce Love is in for him, so take that for what it's worth. 3rd and 10 now. Nevin Wynn feeling that pressure. Slide, don't dive. Slide. That was beyond scary. He held on to the football, though. So with that, we're almost in the red zone. Bryce Love again in the game now. No one saw that. 2nd down here for Nevin Wynn. Oh, that blitz came in hot. That blitz came in hot there for Carolina. It is great pressure on the backside. Didn't even see it, and plays got made. All right, our opportunity here is to try to get some yards back so we can actually get a nice little field goal. We got Lindley. Mario Lindley. What a route, but what a throw by Nevin Wynn. Right now, Nevin Wynn is throwing a couple of dots, a couple of lame ducks, don't get me wrong, but a couple of absolute dots out there. Nevin Wynn keeps that one on the QB keeper and gets no yards. 2nd down and goal. Little halfback toss here. Kilgore has all the room in the world. A little celebration. Okay, young fella. I like it. I like it a lot. Now, Carolina has been driving, and at the moment, they've got really good field position. 2 timeouts left, and they're not down a whole lot here. Trying to get to McCaffrey. McCaffrey is shifty, and even at 28, the young fella gets all the way down to an 8-yard gain when that play should have had nothing. 2nd down and short. We're going to move in a little bit of bump coverage here. Single coverage for all our receivers in the moment. Cam Newton finds his guy in the out route. We get juked out of our shoes, and they're down to the red zone now. Carolina's feeling, honestly, pretty optimistic right now. We're obviously know that they're in pass formation right now. They're going deep. We had 2 guys there. Both went for the ball. Neither one got it, but it's still a great stop. 2nd down, 10 yards to go, 23 seconds on the clock with 1 timeout remaining in Carolina. He finds a hole in the zone to Curtis Samuel down to the 9, and they use their last timeout. Absolutely a monster play coming up. No timeouts left, 16 seconds on the clock. They got to go into the end zone here in all these plays. 2 guys on him. And he absolutely killed us. Not even close. Here's a better look at what happened with Harrison. I mean, immediately off the line. Great move. And get nobody over the top. Burned us. Wait a second. We got a booth review. Honestly, I'm in favor of that. Let's go ahead and run the tape and see if he actually got it. We didn't actually look at our replay if he got it. Okay, that man got it. That's a wrap. So going into halftime, we've actually done probably better than I thought. However, defensively, a lot of holes in our zone. We've got to shore that up. We got to get to Cam Newton quicker, or Carolina's about to make one heck of a comeback. And the good news is we do get the ball first, but I don't like the play option that we have going here. So we're going to switch to a pass game. But we can set the tone right here, right now. The good news there is we had Mario Lindley open. The bad news is he didn't throw him the football. Got sacked. 2nd and 19 now. But Hardman right there. We go right back to Lindley this time, and that one's going to get us a couple. This would be Sampson on that play. So with the 8-yard grab by Sampson, we now have the yards we initially started with. 3rd down and 10. Going for a deep one, just like Josh Allen on all his deep throws, overthrown. Because we put up pretty much a lame duck, Carolina can now come out, set the tempo, and even with the field goal, take the lead back from us. Now Christian McCaffrey out here making some moves, but we get a gang tackle to pick him up after 1. And again, not to jinx anything, but McCaffrey only has 10 yards on quite a few carries, so we've really held the running game in check. The passing game, however, not so much. That one is going to be picked off. Quan Alexander. Quan Alexander. When you're healthy, you are incredible. What a play by our defense, finally stepping up. Now we've got great field position. Again, a 1-point lead and an opportunity to strike quickly and get some points on the board. Kilgore doesn't know how to run a halfback screen. No, he doesn't. I mean, Clinton Dix, props for him coming in the safety blitz, but we should have had that play off, but we couldn't throw it because our guy was unable to run a halfback screen route. We got to work on that in the offseason. So we're sitting at 3rd down and 17 yards. This is going to be really tough. Nevin Wynn drops back. Kind of got a guy. DeAndre Bryant is a grown man. No slander on that young man's name. We've seen it a couple different times this year. When we needed plays, sometimes it's been Lindley, sometimes it's been Hartman, sometimes it's been DeAndre Bryant. All of those guys, at some different point or another, have shown up big. And look at this. Nevin Wynn is trying to turn the corner, and he's going to fumble it, but he's out of the 6-yard line. That's a big pickup. Luckily, no turnover. Yeah, to be honest, that could have been real bad. A fumble right there would have been terrible for our team and our morale. Handing it off to Kilgore here. Hey, Luke Kuechly, you're looking kind of old on that spin move. That is what you want to see. Your running back, go out there and make a play. You know what? Running to the right actually looks pretty good here. Just kidding. Running to the left. Doesn't matter. Oh, Bryce Love. No Dwayne Kilgore here. Bryce Love. Healthy, fresh, and ready to go. The last drive on our defense was huge because, as you guys have seen all season long, our defense has turned into offensive points so many times, even when they don't actually physically put points on the board. We get field position that makes it happen. Now look at this. Big sack. Flag on the play. However, on the offense, we'll take that. Declining is actually better. 2nd and 20 rather than 1st and 20. Yeah, we're doing that. All right, another big play coming up. 2nd and 20. Watching those short routes, and we're going to stack everybody on those guys as much as we can. 3rd down, 11 yards to go. Quan Alexander looking to get another pick in this ball game. Can he actually find it? Cam Newton stays in shotgun. He's got the check down. He goes to it. McCaffrey is going to get hit pretty hard, but I think he's short of the 1st down marker. The refs actually agree with us. They're going to be short, so they're going to be forced to punt this one from the 37. This one is deep. It's going all the way back. This one's back here to Kilgore. We want to return it, but not a good idea, and he might get injured, so we're going to chill. From our own 20 after that punt goes into the end zone. McLaurin in motion. Little handoff here to Terry McLaurin. Okay, Terry, we see you. 8 big yards. We don't have to run the ball a ton, but we got to run it at least a little bit to try to preserve our lead. 8 points is good. Let's at least get a field goal on this drive. Kilgore's spin move has been incredible today, but he goes nowhere there. And oh, wait a second. Evan Poole is in the game? Hello? Evan Poole is in the game right now? Evan Poole, out of the Heisman package, is going to lose 5 yards. It's unfortunate, but it looked kind of cool. Now, the unfortunate news is our punt doesn't exactly go far. So, here we are. Newton under center. Alexander coming on the blitz. We miss a lot of hits there, and I don't think Aaron Stokes is catching Christian McCaffrey. He finally broke a big one. Carolina might be tying this one up real soon. So here comes Carolina trying to tie it up. We actually need to drop Vincent off the line because we don't have enough people in coverage. They go out to the flats, and that one works. Got a tie ball game here in the wild card round of the playoffs. We're in trouble. This is where you hope that Nevin Wynn is the guy that we hope he can eventually be. But here right now, not later, not in the future. Literally right now. Nevin Wynn's going to keep that one. He's going to get himself out of bounds smartly. Gets the first down. He's going to keep fighting. Those are the kind of runs that we need from Nevin Wynn. A little bit of a QB read option makes that play action just that much more effective because this defense doesn't know when we're going to run, how we're going to run, or anything of that nature. That was a nice 10 yards by Kilgore, and we haven't used him a ton today, but it's been enough. 63 yards on 11 carries, and he's got himself a touchdown, and he's got a nasty juke move. He's coming alive. We've moved the ball very far, very quickly. You got to love that, but there's a lot of time left in this game. Nevin Wynn's going to get a guy back in motion. Like McLaurin. McLaurin was big on a carry early. McLaurin's going to pick up way more yards than earlier, and he's down to the 12. Huge play by Terry. This has been one of the most complete games we've called in a while. We're getting a lot of different guys involved in a lot of different ways, and it looks to be mostly paying off. We got to make sure Kilgore doesn't get it too tired, though, because he looked pretty slow there. Got 2nd and 9 here. Nevin Wynn's going to pass. It's been a little bit. Nevin Wynn's got his guy, and who else? Mario Lindley. Put some respect in that young man's name, all right? He may not be here next year, but right now, he's killing it. 6 minutes left in this ball game right now. There's a lot of time for Carolina to put some points on the board. Got to make him pay, however. This dude, Harrison, has been killing us all game long. He picks up a massive 17. We still know that we can go ahead and blitz. We're feeling pretty good offensively, so we can blitz on defense and gamble and hope that our offense and our defense can both chime in pretty hard. And Cam Newton gets hit. Quan Alexander, the MVP so far on defense for our team. There's 2 sacks on the game for Quan Alexander, and man also has an interception that was a game-changing play. Newton back to pass again, nearly gets picked off by Sean Davis, but that was called by Phillips. Our defense was the #1 in the entire NFL in takeaways this year. You gotta love that. A lot of stuff happening here. Carolina, though, is not going to get out of bounds. We're going to make them stay in bounds here. And on 4th down, they opt to punt it. I'm blown away here. Why would you do that? You believe that much in your team? Kilgore is going to return one, and that might have been the dumbest thing we could have done. Returned it from our 5 and went nowhere. That being said, with 4 minutes left, keeping our own territory, we can be okay if we just rely on what we've relied on all game long. A running game, which Carolina's trying to shut down. Lost a yard on that play. We're about to get a little dicey here with a little bit of a play action. No blitz from them. Got a guy floating on the middle. He's going to pick up the first down. Unreal by Norton. It is not often that we rely on Nevin Wynn deep in our own territory to make a play like that. It's not often we rely on Norton to make a play. And both of those guys stepped up huge there. However, we can't quite say the same there, but this will be our last play leading up to the 2-minute warning now. It's going to make Carolina use a lot of their timeouts. A spin move by Kilgore, mistimed that one a little bit, but he picks up 6 yards. This is a massive play. 3rd down to 4. We got to try to make Carolina use the timeout, so we got to go for a run play to try to secure something. Kilgore, though, sees some room, was 1 defender away from going to the house on that play. So after getting that first down with 1:55 left, they have 2 timeouts, but they are still mathematically in this ball game. We just can't get a first down again, and I think we just did something. They use another timeout. This is going to be interesting how we play it out. Kilgore has been a monster so far. Down to the 48-yard line. Carolina, 1 last timeout. Going back to the run, and Kilgore has done it. Another first down. Carolina, you're out of timeouts now. As a team, we have over 200 yards rushing total. Kind of crazy to think about. We've had everybody chiming in today. Kilgore again, another solid carry, but this time he gets 1. We are chewing the clock. I'm a little nervous about running Kilgore this many times, but barring some crazy hit, he should be okay. There's a big hit on him, but he still goes down to the 28, standing tall. Under 40 seconds left. We're in a good spot. Kilgore makes the run. He is down to the 20, and that is going to seal it. Got this game in the bag. We're on to the next round of the playoffs. I'll be honest, they had us in the first half, but it's not about one half of football. It's about putting together 2 strong halves, and we did just that. Recapping the stats today, I am incredibly proud of Nevin Wynn. We'll get to that in 1 second, but 18-23 for Cam for under 200 yards, 1 touchdown and 1 interception. That is what I want to see from our team. Holding an elite level quarterback, even though he's a veteran and he's lost a lot of his attributes and skill, we still held him in check today. Nevin Wynn, though, didn't throw a lot, but didn't have to. 10 for 15, 173 yards, 2 touchdowns. No turnovers for Nevin Wynn. You gotta love it. On the ground, Dwayne Kilgore, 22 attempts, 134 yards, 1 touchdown, no turnovers for him, no injuries, which is the big thing. Got to keep that guy healthy. McCaffrey, 7 for 67 and 1 touchdown. They did not give that guy the ball enough, in my opinion, especially in the passing game. Nevin Wynn, 5 for 58 on the ground with 1 fumble that went out of bounds. McLaurin, huge in his runs, 2 for 32. Evan Poole, we're sorry, but that run did not work out for you so well. And Bryce Love, don't forget, that 3-yard touchdown was a game changer. In the air, Curtis Samuel, 7 for 96. He killed our zone coverage all game long. Logan Blackston, 4 for 31. Forrest Harrison killed us off the line, 3 for 38, 1 touchdown. Mario Lindley, 3 for 70 and a touchdown. Brian was monster. He had a catch that honestly kept the chains moving and kept our drive alive, which led to a touchdown. McCaffrey, though, 2 catches, 18 yards. He did not give him the ball enough, in my opinion. On defense, it was all Quan Alexander. 9 total tackles, 2 sacks, 1 interception. This dude, in my opinion, was the defensive MVP. Probably the MVP of the game for our team. Nevin Wynn was good, Kilgore was good, but nobody was as good as Quan Alexander. John Davis had 7 tackles, 2 of those for a loss, and 1 sack. He was money early in the game. Jalen Williams chimed in. Darby had some good deflections out there, but overall, 3 sacks in the game, 1 interception on the game. I am proud of how our defense played, especially in that second half. After the game, obviously, there's a lot to reflect on and a lot to love, but our team finishing the year at 10-6 is a little bit underwhelming. We should have won our last 2 games, but we ultimately choked. But to rebound like this against a tough Carolina Panthers team with lots of veterans, lots of speed, and lots of potential, it means a lot. Next week, it is on to the divisional round. Can we keep this momentum going? You never know until you play the actual game, but if Nevin Wynn is balling like that, and if our defense is sticking together the way they've stuck together the past couple of weeks, I think we got a pretty good chance to do so.